I divorced my husband years ago, thinking I deserved better. But today, watching him build a happy life with a younger, beautiful woman, I realized the most heartbreaking truth. I was the one who ruined our family, and it's too late to fix it. My name is Ashley. I've been divorced from my ex husband, Dan, for a long time, but lately, the more time passes, the more I find myself thinking that maybe I rushed into that decision way too fast. Dan was never a bad man. Yes. We went through tough times. Yes. He made mistakes, but there was never any cheating or betrayal. It's just that at some point, life got heavy for him, and I failed to be the support system he desperately needed. I see that so clearly now, much clearer than I did back then. The most amazing thing is that after the divorce, he didn't disappear from our son Ethan's life. Quite the opposite. Even though Dan lives paycheck to paycheck, he always pays for our son's phone, gives him pocket money, and genuinely cares about his day, his successes, and his struggles. Whenever he gets a little extra cash, he helps out even more. Sometimes it feels like Eaton trusts his dad even more than he trusts me. He shares secrets with him, asks for his advice, and naturally gravitates toward him. And I'm not jealous. If anything, I just realize how irreplaceable a biological father is for a child. I tried to rebuild my personal life. I went on dates, met other men, but every single time, I noticed how painfully my son reacted to it. That's when a simple truth hit me. No matter how amazing a new man in my life could be, he would never be to Eaton what his father is. A good stepfather can be a friend, a mentor, or a close person. But replacing a real dad is impossible. Recently, I found out by chance that Dan met another woman. She is young, beautiful, and he genuinely seems happy with her. It hurts to admit, but maybe she was able to give him exactly what I couldn't. Sometimes I watch his life from afar and think, if he came to me today and said, let's try all over again, I would say yes, without a second thought. But the painful truth is, he will never come back. I guess the hardest part is realizing your mistakes only when there is absolutely nothing left to fix. I don't just regret the divorce. I regret that I failed to protect what I used to take for granted. Now, all I can do is accept reality as it is. I am grateful that my son is growing up with a loving father, even if his parents are no longer together. I need to learn to live in the present, not the past. But sometimes, late at night, I still ask myself the exact same question. What if I had just acted differently back then? Story 2. The red flags I tried so hard to ignore. Hey everyone. I know people talk about this all the time, but I never thought I'd be the one sharing a story like this. I'm 24, and my husband is also 24. We've been married for almost a year and we don't have kids yet. Back in December, he went to a company holiday party and stumbled home at 6 a.m., completely wasted. I was furious. He practically begged for forgiveness, swearing he was just hanging out with his coworkers who wouldn't let him leave. But then I checked his phone. I saw an unfamiliar number he had called at 4 a.m. I looked it up, and it turned out to be the front desk of a local hotel. When I confronted him, his excuse was that his friends used his phone to book a room. He was almost in tears, swearing on everything that he never went there. Foolishly, I forgave him and chose to believe him. Fast forward 2 months. He goes on a 2-day business trip. Again, I checked his phone and found another strange number. He claimed his friend's phone died, so the friend used his phone instead. I ran the number through a caller ID app. It was listed as a private adult spa. He denied it until the very end, blaming everything on his friend. He even called his friend right in front of me and the guy backed him up, saying he was just calling his girlfriend. But then I checked his Venmo history. There was a $100 transaction to some random girl at 1 a.m. My husband claimed his friend gave him cash and asked him to Venmo her. Honestly, at that point, I just shut down. I kept telling myself he wasn't cheating because I was too terrified to face the truth. But today, I opened his phone again and looked through his old Venmo statements from 2 months ago. I found a charge at a nightclub, followed by a $60 payment to a hotel. I don't know what to do anymore. I am so exhausted from overthinking and constantly forgiving him. He claims he loves me with all his heart, and I love him too, but I can't even sleep with him without these thoughts eating me alive. I'm attractive, I'm fit. What more do men even want? Does every single man cheat? I feel like if I get a divorce now, I will never be able to trust another man for the rest of my life.